negative emotions, for example, fear and anger. He does a lot of online Can you hear me? Yes? Okay. He does do online trainings, and there are 10 modules. There are 5 to 10 weeks. The first 5 of the modules are theory-based. The second 5 are practice-based. And he will have a special price here for the weekend.
Yeah, no. Are you
just to let you know, a 5 to 10 minute session on this type of modality actually will remove these negative emotions that you're having. So again, David Flear, I'll introduce him, and he's ready to talk to you.
Well, I can speak from the podium, which is a little different, but that's okay. I want to tell everybody a little bit about the F.I.X code technique that we brought here to Toronto tonight. When we're talking about emotions, we discovered a little trick dealing with the way emotions are making you feel. The technique that I use takes about 15 minutes from start to finish, and I brag to people that I can take a total stranger and solve the biggest problem they have in their life within 15 minutes. We have probably did about, I don't know, I want to say probably 35 or 40 people here this afternoon that we did quick sessions with and gotten rid of their emotion, whatever we call it. That's why we call this the F.I.X code. I ask people a question. I'll say, the biggest problem you have in your life right now, whatever it is, just think about it. And they don't have to tell me what the problem is, just have to think about what the problem is. And I say, how does it make you feel? If you could say in the form of emotion in 1 or 2 words, what would you say? And they'll give me the answer. A lot of times they'll just give me the basic emotion like hurt or sad or guilty or angry. And if they're fears, it could be a fear of anything. As long as they've got a fear like from the future, something bothering them or making them afraid, then we can remove it. We've had a lot of physical symptoms happen in people that change once the emotion's gone. And we've had people physically, like for example, one of the things I'd like to talk about is the physical symptoms that they, I want to talk about a lady that had Crohn's disease. I don't even know where to go from here because we've been busy pulling out emotions, basic ones, hurt, sad, guilt, anger. I'd love to demonstrate that, but I think we're getting wore out from doing that. I have a background in hypnosis, NLP, there we go, that's better. Sorry about that. Oh, that's better. All right, let me talk a little bit about the F.I.X code. It comes from a science fiction point of view. I've told a lot of people that if I hadn't been a science fiction fan, we probably wouldn't be able to manage this technique the way that we do. Starting from the beginning, of course I have a hypnosis background. We've done lots of work talking to the unconscious mind, trying to use that modality to get them to make changes. And a lot of the times, if you can get them to believe what's going on in their mind, they'll make those changes. And one of the things that we do is we use something we call the metaphorical device, something we make up, where we can get the unconscious mind to believe what's going on in the body. We can have it remove these emotions. For instance, hurt. I would just ask somebody, can you think of anything in your past that when you think about it makes you feel hurt right now? And their whole, within 2 seconds their body will shift, or they'll nod, or their eyes will dart back and forth. Something will happen, we'll go, okay, that's good. And we sit them down and we start the technique. I get them to close their eyes and I'll float them up in the air. Pretty simple. We're teaching it now. I think we've got 19 practitioners involved as chartered members so far. We're going with the online training, which actually starts next Sunday. And we're going to be starting getting more, I don't know, practitioners, shall we call them. We can take somebody from 0 to completely eliminating the emotion, and it doesn't come back. We haven't had anybody come back and say, it didn't work. Because what happens is, because the emotions, we call them a parasite. We treat it like something that makes us have a bad feeling is an emotion that's wrapped around through your nervous system, plugs into your brain, and eats the movement of memory. It sounds absolutely ridiculous, but using this kind of metaphor, we can actually get people to pull the emotions out of their body. And We call them a parasite because I don't want to fight with people saying we don't really remove emotions, because everybody will be going, oh, I want to keep my emotions, or that's horrible, or you can't do that. So we've labeled them a parasite. Magnetic in nature, and they eat the movement of memory. It's such a funny and odd metaphor that we use. However, every time we use it, it works. And it pulls the emotions right out of people. We have several different modalities that we work with. And one of the main things that I bring it from is from hypnosis. Because of the way that we use it, and because of the way, we'll use our hands to try to move the energy around, keeps them calm, keeps them still, and we have their eyes closed so they can't see what we're doing, and we'll just tell them. How do I go through this without giving it all away? I'd love to demonstrate, just to show somebody how this works. Is there anybody here? Let me ask this question. The question we always ask is the biggest problem you have in your life right now. Whatever it is, don't tell us what it is. Just think about it. When you think about it, how does it make you feel? If it comes up with something like hurt or anger or guilt, those are what we call the basic emotions. Is there anybody in here that would like to have an emotion taken away or removed or disconnected or whatever word we use? Anybody got anything going on? I'll demonstrate live right here. Back there? Come on up here. And I'll show you how this works. It's absolutely unbelievable. We've simplified it to a pretty well a 5-minute technique, which changes people. Well, we've got to teach you. Well, it takes 5 minutes once you learn how to do it. It's like skating. I mean, people can put skate. You got to learn how to skate first. Let's have a seat right here. Okay, what I do with everybody, I do the exact same thing, and I do the same motions that I do with every single person that I do this with. So the first thing I'll do is I'll meet you and I'll say, the biggest problem you have in your life right now, okay, whatever it is, don't tell me what it is, just think about it. When you think about it, how does it make you feel? If you can, pardon me? Anger. So she's got anger, which is great, because anger jams internal dialogue. You can't make any good decisions while you're angry. So we'll go with anger. So what I do is, I'll go through the routine. I say, this is how I do it. So this is how I do it. Just sit comfortably, as best you can, however you want, perfect, fine. Then I'll get you to close your eyes. Not yet. When you do, keep them closed, because if you open them up, it just changes the picture. And then what we